Happy Christmas, everybody! Paul here from Ballistic Blood Bullets. Welcome, one and all, and a very festive and happy season to you all. And thank you all very much for watching. And take this time to say thank you for supporting my channel, leaving your comments, and being a part of the Ballistic Blood Bullets Roadshow throughout the year and the years before. Really appreciate it. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a channel, and it wouldn't be the fun that it is. So thank you all very, very much indeed. And I thought this time of year was a good time, sit back and do an update. I haven't done an update for a long time, so I thought it was a good time to do a DVD horror movie update. Picked up quite a lot over the last few months, and I thought it was a good time to share. And also, of course, during this time it's Christmas movies, and it's about sitting back with a family, friends, having fun, and nice big fun duo here on Blu-ray. Got a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas, great fun that one. Definitely a laugh out loud movie and very, very rewatchable. Love the claymation sequence about a third, halfway through the movie. Very, very good in the uncut version. See the full version of that. And also, of course, another horror classic here. Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale. Don't come much better than that. Good, good fun. Do let me know what you guys are watching over the Christmas period, Christmas movie wise, what your favourites are as well. But of course it's Christmas time. It's Christmas Eve. Santa's got a full sack, and Mrs. Claus is looking forward to him coming down her chimney. Ho ho ho! Okay, well, let's get on with the show straight away and look at some good old-fashioned DVD horror goodness, going back to the days of Hammer horror and all the classics during the 60s and 70s. And this one is an Amicus production, and it's one of the great horror anthologies. Compendium of 5 tales of terror, forebode by death himself in the guise of Peter Cushing. Now it sets around travellers on a train. Each of them have a foresight into their futures, and it doesn't bode well. Now we star a young Donald Sutherland and a very youngish, very cool, calm, collected Christopher Lee. And we get this one in its full 3:2:3:5:1 aspect ratio. Now this is important because there is another release. There's probably several releases of this, but the other main release of this great film is from Anchor Bay, I believe, and it's not the full aspect ratio on that one. And this one is particularly cool. Does come with a booklet as well, and all the classic goodness. And it is a PAL DVD, all region free release, you'll be glad to hear. So our American friends and other friends around the world can pick up this one, and it is a goodie. The 5 tales are very, very good, and the closing sequence come the end of the journey with Peter Cushing and death himself is very, very good, well worth seeing. That is Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. Okay, next up we've got another fairly recent great fun movie, and that is Frankensteins Army. Do recommend people check this one out. Great stuff, great fun. Basically it's set around the end of the Second World War, and we've got, of course, the Nazi German doctor experimenting right up to the end of the war on some very unpleasant things deep down in his dungeon. And of course what he's doing is working from the works, the book of Dr. Frankenstein himself. And this very nasty Nazi is actually putting together body parts of humans and also machinery, mechanical things and devices, and making them into some pretty unpleasant killing machines. And this one has fantastic practical effects. The creature effects, there's no CGI that is evident. All we get is good old-fashioned practical gore effects and just some incredibly over-the-top creatures that are part man, probably only about a quarter man actually, because it's mostly machinery and all sorts of devilish devices, and it is just a really incredible thing to watch. And the last half of the movie is all out blood and gore and action, pretty creepy in places, and you've got creatures among them as being a half man, half head blade rotating killing machine. This one is really a lot of fun, and it also comes with a very cool slip cover to this one. Very nice, and this is nicely embossed, comes out at you. It's alive! It's alive! Very much in the Frankenstein mold, of course, and very cool. Highly recommend this one, and you can pick it up at a very good deal already as well. So definitely check out Frankensteins Army. Pull yourself together, man. Good stuff there. Very entertaining. Frankensteins Army. Right, another cool classic horror sci-fi for me. Loved this one when it first came out. Saw it at the cinema back in the early 90s. It is Peter Weller starring in Screamers. Now this one is Screamers The Hunting, which is actually the sequel, but a reason I mention Screamers is because this is a very cool 2-disc affair. Not only do we get the original Screamers movie, which is from 1995, and it's one of the last true great fun, bigger budget, practical effects horror sci-fi films. Peter Weller, Robocop of course himself, and Buckaroo Banzai no less. And he stars in this one. It's set on a distant mining planet, and the last remnants, the last survivors, hold up in a stronghold, protecting themselves from what awaits outside. The progeny of their scientists experiments the perfect weapon, self-replicating killing devices, machines that are now sentient, and they're also developing further into something far more deadly and human-like, and it all unravels as the movie really does get underway. And it is a classic good old-fashioned horror sci-fi movie with a great vibe to it. Can't recommend this one enough. And pleased to say that Screamers 2, The Hunting, 2009 this one was made, so quite a while after for a sequel, but sticks to the more modern and style and of a late sequel indeed, but thankfully does also continue with the blueprint of the original movie and sticks largely to the great practical effects and delivers a fun follow-up worthy of a time, and complements this double disc release perfectly. Really good, and it does have a cool cameo appearance from Lance Henriksen. And I mentioned that this one is a double disc. Let's just have a look inside. There is the disc artwork of Screamers The Hunting, the sequel, and a nice set, as you can see. Nice centre fold out disc container, and there is Peter Weller in the original Screamers, and this is, as you can see, a Region 2 PAL release. Very cool indeed. Like this one a lot. Can't wait to watch it again and have some good fun with this one. Now just at this point I want to do a shout out, if I may, as well, and that is for Chris Film Freak 87. Really good guy with an effusive madcap energy and the occasional very funny bipolar rant. I mean that in the nicest way, Chris. He loves his 80s action and escapism movies, and like myself, has a real appreciation for movies. And he loves a bargain as well. And I told him about this set, and he jumped on it straight away. And he, like me, managed to pick this very cool DVD set up for around the £3 mark, including delivery. So that is a really, really good deal. Chris loves his bargains, so please do stop by and share in his zany exuberance of movies. Link is below, and stop by, say hello, and tell him I sent you his way. So that's Chris Film Freak 87. Hope you're doing well, Chris. Very happy Christmas to you. So that is Screamers. Okay, let's get into some real throwback oddity, and that doesn't come much finer than going to the Philippines and checking out their weird and wonderful movies. And this is one of those, most definitely, Beast of the Yellow Night, and it is one of the Blood Island movies. There's quite a lot of those. Check it out, look it up on IMDb, look it up on the internet, find out about the Blood Island movies. And this one is, as it can clearly be seen, a good old-fashioned creature feature movie. Very cool, directed by Eddie Ramiro, who is very much somebody, a name associated with many of the great Filipino B-movie horrors made during the 60s and the early 70s. And this one also stars John Ashley, again very synonymous with these early movies from the late 60s, 70s in the Philippines. And John Ashley, as you may or may not know, he is perhaps most famous, or not known, shall we say, for being the voiceover intro to the classic TV series The A-Team. Yep, that is John Ashley, and if you look on the credits of The A-Team, you'll see him there as also a producer. So following his foray into these horror movies, he later got back into Hollywood, into movie production, and doing the voiceover of that classic, if you've got a problem, maybe you can find The A-Team. John Ashley made some great movies, actually. They're all pretty tacky B-movies, but they're tacky with a capital T terrificness about them, and they're a lot of fun. So do check it out, and if you can find it, maybe you can call The Beast of the Yellow Night.